Tottenham Hotspur and South Korean star HeungMin Son have spoken out about the links to Saudi Arabian club Al Ittihad, Dejan Kulusevski on last season, and Ange Postecoglou is looking forward to going back home. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping well. This is another edition of Tottenham News, where I'll be going through all of the latest Spurs news, rumours and reports. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. Now let's start by talking about new boss Ange Postecoglou. Of course, he will be heading home to Australia during our pre-season tour. We take on West Ham United in Perth, Australia on the 18th of July. He said, well, it's a trip home, so that is brilliant. I'm really excited because I do know how passionate people are for football in Australia, for the Premier League, and more importantly, our football club. Every trip I've done back home is always exciting for me, but I just think for the whole group, the football club, the players, we will enjoy it. They're very good opposition and it's a great stadium as well. I've visited the stadium before. It's a fantastic football stadium, so I'm really looking forward to it. Postecoglou then went on to say, I don't think it was by design, but it's worked out pretty well. My first official game will be back home, so I'm sure I will have plenty of family and friends there. I said it's a great way to start sort of this new era at this football club. Ultimately, from a football perspective, it's a great place to begin our programme, but more importantly, it will give everyone a really good indication of the kind of football team we want to be. Now, whilst on international duty, Tottenham Hotspur and South Korean star HeungMin Son has spoken out about the links to Saudi Arabian club Al Ittihad. He has said, I have many things to do in the Premier League. Money doesn't matter to me now. The pride of playing football, to play in my favourite league, is important. I will prepare well when I'm back at Spurs. Dejan Kulusevski has spoken out about last season and said, it's been a long season. When you think of when we started, it feels like about 3 years ago. It's been quite a ride up and down, very frustrating, I think. We started well, so you have to sum it up in many ways. Before the World Cup, after the World Cup, before the World Cup, it seemed like another season. You have to think about a lot of things. I'm happy, I'm grateful. I think I learned a lot. Of course, I've been disappointed personally after the World Cup. I didn't think I played very well. Also, the team hasn't been good enough, especially in the last few months when we tried everything, but it just wasn't to be. Kulusevski also spoke out about what he's learned, and he said, I've learned a lot about momentum, not just in football, but in life. Momentum is big. When you feel good, you're on top. You have to beat your opponents. So, for instance, when you're playing well, you have to attack. You have to score goals. But when you're up against it, you have to be more together as a group. He then went on to say, there are things that I have to learn. When things are going badly, you have to forget about them as quickly as possible. This season was too much about why things aren't going as well as they should. Then you think, I have to change this, I have to change that, but then you lose the focus on yourself. Personally, for me, I've learned that I have to stay on my path, keep doing what I do good and continue to do it. On Tuesday afternoon, it was confirmed by Yaya Toure that he's leaving Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. Of course, he has been working with the academy. He said on Twitter, I'm delighted to share that I'll be taking on the role of assistant coach at Standard Liège. Tottenham Hotspur Football Club have just put out the following statement. We are delighted to announce that Simon Davies has been appointed as Academy Director. Davies, who was captain of the famous 1992 youth team at Manchester United, has vast experience of the academy system, having begun his coaching career as a youth coach at Chester City before joining Manchester City's academy in 2010. Simon worked across different levels of the academy before an 8-year period in Manchester, including the under-23s, where he worked alongside Patrick Vieira before taking over the position as lead head coach himself and then head of coaching for the academy. Simon left Manchester City in the summer of 2019 to join Belgium side Anderlecht, where he held the position as assistant head coach to Vincent Kompany before joining us in the academy in July 2022. And my thoughts on everything in today's episode. Let's start by talking about Ange Postecoglou and his comments today. Of course, what a fantastic time it's going to be for him going back home to Australia, the first Australian manager to ever manage in the Premier League. It is going to be an absolutely wonderful moment for him. Even though it is a friendly against West Ham United, it is not going to be a friendly. Ange Postecoglou will want to win that game, even though it is a pre-season game and it doesn't mean anything. He'll want to win that game because he'll want to win on his home turf. He'll want to win against our London rivals. And as he has said there, the fans will get a really good indication of the type of football that the team want to play. So that is going to be very exciting. And when you think he is officially being appointed, he is officially starting his job Saturday week on the 1st of July. And when you think about it, look at the dates. The game is actually on the 18th of July. The team will need to fly out to Australia probably 4 or 5 days before that. So he will actually only have 2 weeks to work with the squad. He will analyse the squad for those first couple of weeks. Let's hope that we've got a few more additions in by that point as well. But 2 weeks to tell everybody what he's expecting, for them to play the style that he wants to play as well. But of course, all those loan players are coming back. So he will really have to give a very, very good and detailed assessment. He may even take a number of the players on the plane, but there may be a chance that they are sold after when we get back. So, this is a huge rebuild, and let's hope that there are many, many changes. But I cannot wait to see this attacking, entertaining football from Ange Postecoglou, as we have all been promised. And, a lot of Spurs fans are excited about it. But let me get on to talk about the transfer window, because I know there are a lot of frustrated people out there at the moment saying, well, we haven't signed them. And it looks like David Raya, we're walking away from the David Raya deal as yet. Of course, Spurs could go back, but let's judge the window at the end of the window, or, near the start of the season. For me personally, I'd be extremely disappointed and quite frustrated, actually, if we don't get this David Raya deal done or sign a goalkeeper of his ability and calibre, because, Premier League experience, very good with his feet, distribution's very, very good. I think he would be the perfect goalkeeper, the perfect fit in this Tottenham Hotspur team. But we know as Spurs fans that we have got so much business to do. Lots of players going out, as I've said, lots of new players to come in, a defensive midfielder, I think, or a box-to-box midfielder, probably another attacking player, a left-sided centre-back, even another option at centre-back as well. So I think there's a lot to do. So let's hope that Ange Postecoglou is on the case. And of course, coaching staff, director of football, if we are going to appoint one. Lots to do on that front. Dejan Kulusevski has spoken out about last season. Of course, we all feel exactly the same. Last season did feel like 3 years, I tell you. Before the World Cup, after the World Cup, it just seemed like a funny old season, and we went through so many emotions, and we went through 3 managers as well. So probably the 2022-2023 season is a season that I probably want to forget, as do probably most other Tottenham Hotspur fans as well. It is about building now. It is about planning. It is about pushing on as a football club and getting back in Europe for the 2024-2025 season. So let's hope that we can finish in a good spot in the Premier League, at the end of this coming season. But as I said, there is a lot to do in this summer window. Let's hope we get it done. Now, I'm not at all surprised about HeungMin Son's comments, actually, about it's not about the money, it is about the team, it is about the Premier League that he's playing in. He absolutely adores Tottenham. You can tell that he absolutely loves the football club. And this is why I probably go on about trophies or lack of them so much, because when you see players like HeungMin Son and you see players like Harry Kane who give their absolute all, who absolutely love the club, both of them could probably go off to most football clubs around the world and win trophies. And I just don't think that it is about that. I just think that they love the football club and they want to win with Tottenham. You you can see it a mile away. Their passion is unreal. They want to win at Spurs, and I just hope now that Daniel Levy, the board, and the club give Ange Postecoglou the players to really challenge for honours for us. I know this is going to be a building process. We are in a transition. We are going through, or will be going through, a rebuild, but show the likes of Harry Kane and HeungMin Son that we mean business. Give them, some good players to work with, and give them a little bit of hope as well as the fans. Thanks for watching, and thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. Enjoy the rest of your week. I'll see you on the next one. Until then, come on, you Spurs.